Bonjour! I'm Frankie from Club Foodie, and today we're making a flavorful Instant Pot Pork Carnitas. This succulent and tender meat recipe is convenient and can be enjoyed whenever you want in a fraction of the time. So let's get cooking. We'll go ahead and make the rub. In a small bowl, we'll combine ground cumin, ancho chili powder, then dried oregano leaves, of course, ground sea salt, and freshly ground mixed peppercorns. Black pepper is fine too. We'll whisk the ingredients until well blended and set aside. Now, in a large bowl, we'll add our pork shoulder that we've trimmed and cut into 2-inch chunks. We'll pour in some canola oil, enough to lightly coat the cubes. I've probably used a couple of tablespoons. With our clean hands, we'll toss the meat before sprinkling on half of the rub. We'll toss again and then add the rest of the rub, trying to get the spice mixture on each cube. They won't be totally covered, and it's okay, as long as each chunk has some on it. All right, let's start cooking. On the Instant Pot control panel, we'll press the sear saute button and then press it again to switch from medium to high. In the inner pot, we'll add 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and when it's ready, it will display hot. It takes not even 2 minutes. By the way, the inner pot itself is not hot, so we can easily take it and swirl the oil around to evenly coat the bottom of it. Or we can simply take the whole unit. Working in batches, we'll add our cubes to the hot oil and sear them on both sides until nicely browned. This step goes pretty fast too. When they're done, we'll transfer them to a plate and set them aside while we sear the remaining ones. Now, if we think we need more oil, we'll add a little bit more. The next step is to add a large onion, quartered, a chopped jalapeno pepper, and garlic. Lots of it. We'll quickly saute these ingredients for just 30 seconds before pouring in some orange juice as well as Coca-Cola. And I explain why I use it on the blog, so check it out. Some freshly squeezed lime juice, plus a couple bay leaves. We'll stir, and the bottom of the inner pot should be completely deglazed. If not, we'll scrape off the brown bits. We'll now return the meat, pushing the pieces down into the mixture, and, of course, pouring in any accumulated juices. This is serious flavor we won't leave behind. We'll place the lid on, then lock it, and make sure the vent knob is turned to sealing. On a control panel, we'll cancel a previous function, which was sear saute, and hit the pressure cook button. Then we'll press until it indicates high before setting the timer for 30 minutes, using the minus button. When the temperature is reached, the panel will show on, and then it will start counting down. When time is up, we'll let the steam release naturally for 10 minutes. We're not touching anything, okay? Now, the silver float valve located right next to the steam release handle will go down after 10 minutes. Just like this, which it means it's safe to manually release the pressure using a folded towel to prevent from burning ourselves. When there's no steam coming out from the top, we'll unlock and remove the lid. Next, we'll transfer the meat pieces into a large bowl, leaving the rest behind. Now, using a couple of forks, we'll shred the meat before transferring it to a large rim baking sheet or a baking dish. We'll spread it out evenly and then add about 1/3 of the reserved liquid from the Instant Pot. we'll transfer to the oven under the boiler. As you can see, I'm not right at the top. We'll cook for 5 minutes or until the edges of the meat start to caramelize and get crispy. We'll pour a little more reserved liquid on the top. I would say about 3 ladles at the most. And flip it over, making sure there's no darker meat facing up. We'll return the baking sheet or baking dish back to the oven under the boiler and cook for another 5 minutes. When time is up, we'll carefully remove it from the heat and transfer the meat to a bowl. If there's a little liquid left behind, we'll simply add it to the bowl and mix to blend. If you want to add more liquid, go ahead, but I prefer mine just moist, not wet. It can be served in tacos, like I'm doing today, in burritos, quesadillas, in bowls, or on nachos. And my friends, this is our Instant Pot Pork Carnitas. Using this appliance, you can enjoy this moist and tender Mexican pulled pork all year round in a fraction of the time. I hope you give it a try soon, and be sure to visit clubfoodie.com for ingredient amounts, directions, and more info. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!